This is Theo Goodman from dgenbet.com. Going to give you a few picks for our UFC 228 taking place in Texas. Darren Hill against Tyrone Woodley. Wouldn't that be funny if this is a draw and Dana White shits a brick, since Tyrone Woodley would produce 2 draws in his title matches? But I don't think this would be a draw, but who knows? In any case, right now, Darren Hill is suddenly the favorite and Woodley the slight underdog. The odds have moved a little bit. 1.95 for Woodley, 1.87 for Till. I don't think that Till has faced anyone with the wrestling skills of Woodley. And then, Woodley's stand up is really good too. Also, you got to think back, who has Woodley faced? I can't think of someone that Woodley has faced with the style of Darren Hill, Muay Thai style. I mean, but he did fight Wonder Boy twice, who does have really good striking. It's definitely not the same style, I know. I think Woodley is going to be able to handle this and get it done professionally, which means it might be boring, but it doesn't matter. He will get the win, I think. So I'm going to go with Woodley to get the win. Nothing against Darren Hill. He's a great fighter. And if Darren Hill does win, I could see it being when Woodley is trying to get a takedown and he does one of those elbows to the ears or something like that. But that's the main way I see Till winning this fight. Other than that, I think Woodley is going to take him down or threaten takedown a whole lot, and that's going to limit the striking. And I think that Woodley is going to get the job done. Right now, decent odds, 1.95. If you agree, I would go ahead and jump on that. There's some other fights. There are 3 women's fights with very heavy favorites. Valentina Shevchenko is the heavy favorite here. I don't think that Nico Montano has a real chance here, and nobody is giving her credit at I think like 8-1. If you are gonna bet on her, then put a comment below, because I haven't heard of anyone that's gonna bet on her. But who knows, right? That being said, it is Valentina Shevchenko who's been with the best. I think this one is way more interesting. Andrade against Carolina. I think that Carolina's got a good chance here, actually. And if you think back to Andrade against Tisha Torres, or Andrade against, damn it, what's her name? Always dresses up like Mortal Kombat. Anyway, I mean, they were definitely, Tisha Torres and what's her name, much smaller looking when they match up to each other. Not that Carolina is bigger than them, but Carolina has a really good striking pedigree, very good striking, and I think that she's going to also be able to handle the takedown defense. And I think Carolina has got a good shot to win 2 out of 3 rounds of this one. Andrade just does too much following and not enough cutting off the cage sometimes against these strikers. And I think Carolina is a really tight counter striker. So I think there's a good chance on that one. There is not the handicap has not come out yet on 5 times that prop. That would be definitely something I would be looking at. But I think there's that value on Carolina right now. I think at 4.5, 4.4. I mean, that's pretty high. That's pretty crazy. And then same thing with Carla Esparza fight. I don't really get that she's such a huge underdog at 5.25 right now. That's ridiculous. Carla could easily scratch out a win. Take her down. She has really improved her striking, which did need heavy improvement. She's improved that. Still needs some work, but her wrestling is very high level. So I think that is 5.4 or betting on the handicap. are definitely good value in those fights. We also got some two old schoolers. We got Diego Sanchez against Craig White, and we've got Jim Miller against Alex White. So two veteran UFC guys against a guy with the last name White. Wonder if Alex and Craig are brothers. I don't think so, but that's pretty weird. And back-to-back fights, nonetheless. I don't know who is doing the cards now, but that's pretty interesting. For all you conspiracy theorists out there, you got something to say about that. Thing is, I don't trust Diego Sanchez or Jim Miller, to be honest. They've had so many wars, both of them, that I just cannot trust them. And I'm gonna take the under in both of these fights, actually. So I think in the Sanchez fight, it's 1.5 rounds, and the Miller fight 2.5. You get. We can check those odds right now. I think that I just don't think that these guys have got it in them anymore to last. And if they're going to win, I think they should win by knockout, not by. So I mean, look, in the Jim Miller fight, under 2.5 rounds, 2.25. That's not bad. And the Diego Sanchez fight, now he is known to go long, but under 1.5 rounds, 2.1. Now him to win, actually, he should go the distance. I think I'm going to still go with under in both those fights. That might seem dangerous. I'm not going to throw a ton on there, but I'm going to pick under on both of those. And I'm also going to pick Lucy Puldova, which I think a lot of people are still overlooking. And now she is 2.05. I think it started about even at a minus 110 on both of them. You know, I think a lot of people are sleeping on her. Irina Aldana is, not bad either, and I guess you could argue that Irina Aldana has faced tougher competition. Maybe you could argue that. Still, what happened with Puldova is that she lost her first fight in the UFC via a horrible decision, and ever since then she was really aggressive in that fight, and she just has this edge to her. She's really aggressive. I can't really describe the style, and she has a really, really snappy jab that she throws out there. Good striking, enough takedown defense that will probably be tested here. But yeah, I mean, if you want to look at who she's been fighting, Aldana has, fought Leslie Smith, Caitlin Kuchagan. I mean, those are definitely bigger names than what Lucy has faced. Still, I think that Lucy always looks relaxed, has those, fundamental striking, looks good with that snapping out jab, and just tough as hell. I'm going to go with Lucy here as a slight underdog. I think it's definitely worth it. And Aldana, her fight got canceled from the last card, and it's going to come to this card. I don't know if that makes a huge difference. But anyway, I'm still going to go with Lucy here. So picks are Lucy in this fight, under 2.5 in the Jim Miller Alex White fight, under 1.5 in the Sanchez White fight. I'm going to go for 2 long shots. I'm going to go ahead and put some on Carla Esparza and on Carolina Kovalchevich. I know that's wrong, but it's okay. On Carolina. And I'm going to put some on Tyrone Woodley. Tell me what you think in the description. Check out dgenbet.com for information on the best sports books. Talk to you soon.